Are these four players breaking out? Let's discuss on Fantasy Baseball Today Express. Welcome into FBT Express on Tuesday, April 8th. I am Frank Stampfl, joined by Scott White. Are these players breaking out? Let's talk about Tyler Soderstrom, 2 for 3 with a double dong, and he is up to 6 home runs on the season. He hits the ball hard. He barrels it up. He's pulling the ball a bunch. Scott, I know it's really hard for us to say if a player is actually breaking out or not, but what do you think about Tyler Soderstrom? Is this how it would look for him?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best way to put it. If he was breaking out, this is what it would look like. And it's certainly not beyond the realm of possibility that he could be breaking out. Former first-round pick, considered a top prospect basically from the day he was drafted. So there's legit pedigree here for Tyler Soderstrom. And when you got the exit velocity readings to back it up, obviously that it could be legitimate. I don't have a crystal ball. And I think you'd have to say with great confidence that this is a breakout. But we're to the point with Tyler Soderstrom, given all the factors I laid out, that if he's available in your league, and I know he's not in many CBS leagues, but on other sites, you pick him up, treating it as if it's a breakout, because that's what you have to do this time of year with players who are showing signs of a breakout, and you can make a case for it being legitimate. You pick them up while you have a chance, because you only have now. You can't wait till the perfect time, and then you see what happens. You see if it has legs to it or not. So far, so good for Tyler Soderstrom. And again, there's the pedigree there to back it up.
Let's talk about Mackenzie Gore, who bounced back with a strong start against the Dodgers. 6 innings, 2 runs, 7 strikeouts with 15 whiffs on 100 pitches. And through 3 starts, only 3 walks. I think that is a big key here for Mackenzie Gore. His 2 great starts have come against the Dodgers and the Phillies. So, Scott, what do you think? Is Mackenzie Gore breaking out?
So I'm inclined to lean yes on this, because I already liked Mackenzie Gore for a breakout. I already thought the potential was there. The upside is there. And he's performed well so far. So why would I back down from that stance? But it's been a mixed bag what Mackenzie Gore has showed us this season. So the best start was the first one against the Phillies, struck out 13, no walks, 1 hit in 6 innings. And remember, the talk then was these changes to his arsenal. There was a slider that was effective, but very different from what he'd thrown in the past, 5 miles per hour slower. There was a cutter that he didn't throw much of, but it had a 50% whiff rate, and it seemed like he used it wisely. He hasn't used the 2 pitches much since that first start. Now, Chris pointed out on the full length podcast that he hasn't faced many left-handed hitters since that first start. And remember, left-handed hitters have always given Gore trouble, strangely enough, since he throws left-handed. So maybe he just hasn't needed to show that broader arsenal since then. But we have a sample of 1 where we've seen it. So we just don't really know what it's going to look like if he tries to break it out again. 71 pitches for strikes in that first start. Great. Exactly what you want to see from Mackenzie Gore. 65% in the second start. Still good. Still on the right track. 58% strikes in this third start. For as good as he was against the Dodgers, like, that's great. But he's not going to last long if he's throwing 58% of his pitches for strikes. So it's been a mixed bag is what I'm trying to say for Gore. I still leaned yes because I leaned yes all along.
All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
One of golf's elite courses, Quail Hollow, hosts the game's top players at the PGA Championship this May on CBS.
Welcome back in FBT Express. Are these players breaking out? And next up is Ben Rice, who led off once again for the Yankees against a right-handed pitcher. 1 for 2 with a triple and 2 walks in this one. He's batting .333 with a .471 on base percentage, 7 walks, 7 strikeouts. Got to start against the lefty, crushing the ball. Did the same thing in spring training. Only 64% rostered as well. Scott, what do you think about Ben Rice's chances of a breakout?
Boy, I am feeling really good about Ben Rice. I always liked the skill set for him. I think he I think the data looked great for him even last year, the time he was up. He ended up only hitting 178, but drastically underperformed his expected stats. You look at the minor league track record for Ben Rice, it's incredible. I always wondered why he wasn't rated as a higher prospect because the production was always there. And then what we've seen from him so far this year, great plate discipline, hitting the ball even harder and consistently hard. The expected stats somehow look even better than the actual stats, like they did last year too for Ben Rice. He's gotten to play at least once against the left-hander, so winning Aaron Boone's trust against same-handed pitchers, that's an encouraging sign. And batting leadoff against righties, you love to see that too. So I remember he came up last year and had the 3-homer game, and Ben Rice was trending up, and then it all crashed very suddenly. So the same thing could happen here, but sort of like I was saying about Tyler Soderstrom, there's enough reason to buy into this that you just go ahead and take your shot on it and see where it goes.
I know life usually finds a way, and we are very far away from Giancarlo Stanton returning, but if Stanton does return, I am interested to see what happens here and how the Yankees lineup will shake out and where they would find a place for Ben Rice if he continues to perform at a high level. Let's talk about Casey Mize, who actually pitched against the Yankees here on Monday. 6 innings, 1 run, 6 strikeouts, and he got 10 whiffs on 88 pitches, 6 on the splitter here. He's throwing a new breaking ball that is now being classified as a slurve. He used it 28% in this start, 23% in his first outing, up to 77% rostered, could still be out there in some leagues. What do you think, Scott? So far, so good. 2 starts here for Casey Mize.
Yeah, this is one Chris and I disagreed on in the full-length podcast. I'm pretty encouraged by what I'm seeing from Mize. I liked what we were seeing from him as far back as spring training because he has an actual swing and miss pitch now. The improvements that he's made on a splitter, and frankly, there have been some improvements on the fastball too that's made it more of a swing and miss offering. The problem for Mize up to this point is he did not have anything he could miss bats with, and that's rarely going to work out at the major league level. Remember last April, he got off to a quick start, 3.08 ERA, but with a 7% swinging strike rate, which was pitiful. So I wasn't buying into Casey Mize then, despite the history he has as a former #1 overall pick. But now with the bats he's missing with that splitter, he entered this start with better than a 13% swinging strike rate, even though the weather was cold and the velocity wasn't as high because of it. It still got better than 11% swinging strike rate against the Yankees, offensive force. Like, you probably picked up Casey Mize for the 2-start week, and this was the one you were worried about, and it went fine. So I think based on what we've seen, improvements with the swinging strike rate, I think you hold on to Mize if you picked him up for the 2 starts, and you keep holding on to him until we see the whiffs decline or until he gives us other reason to believe that the breakout definitely is not happening.
All right. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to our full-length podcast, Fantasy Baseball Today, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else podcasts are found. Thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today Express, and we will be back again tomorrow. Bye-bye.